everyone, I want you to welcome Sonya to the Maury Show. Now, I also want to show you a picture of Sonya's son, Justice, because Sonya says Justice was the good guy, always willing to help out those in need. And then 3 months ago, Justice visited his ex-girlfriend who was having relationship problems with someone else. And tragically, this intervention ended with Justice being stabbed to death. So then days later, Sonya receives a call about a woman named Robin who was claiming that Justice was the father of her daughter, Karen Kay. So as you can imagine, this revelation sent Sonya into an emotional tailspin.
Justice was a beautiful person, and he loved kids. That's why I don't understand why didn't she let us know. Just hours after my son got killed, I got this phone call. I was in shock. Why didn't she call me during her pregnancy? Why didn't she call me when she first found out she was pregnant? My kids and I are close. And I know that if my son would have gotten Robin pregnant, he wouldn't have hesitated to call me. Robin's daughter looks nothing like my son, and I have 6 grandkids, and that baby doesn't look nothing like us. I think about my child every day, and I miss him every day. If Justice is not the father of that baby, she needs to leave us alone and let us mourn in peace.
Now, Sonya's other 2 children, Diamond and Andre, are very much involved in this story. They're backstage. We're going to meet them in a moment. Terrible these last 3 months.
Very. It's like my life has been shattered. It's been shattered to pieces.
And he was the good guy.
He was the good guy.
He was the one who was trying to help his ex-girlfriend get out of a bad situation.
Yes, he was. He went to go help her get her belongings. And she got into an altercation with the guy. And he found out that Justice was there. They got into an altercation. And he stabbed my son. And my son jumped in his car to try to get to the hospital. And my son bled out.
And then you get this phone call.
A couple of hours after I find out that my son is dead, this girl calls me out of the clear blue and is like, well, my sister has your son's baby. And I'm like, huh? My son would have told me. We are close. We are a close-knit family. And he would have told me if he had a baby on the way.
She says that Justice told her to keep the affair a secret.
My son wouldn't have kept nothing a secret, not from his family. He wouldn't have.
So Robin's sister, Stacy, who called you initially, she's in our audience. Right when you heard about that,
I was happy.
You were happy?
I was happy.
There would be a piece of justice in your life.
Yes.
So you invited Robin.
Yes, I invited
and the
her
little girl to the
funeral, you know, because I don't turn my back on family. That's something we don't do. We don't turn our back on family. And a couple of days before my son's funeral, I started hearing whispers. The baby's features changed. All of my kids and my grandkids have some type of features of me. My genes is very strong.
And you don't think that that child looks like Justice?
No, she doesn't have our nose. She don't have our eyes. She don't have our lips. She don't have our chin. She does not belong. She does not belong. But if she does, I will love that baby.
I've got to say that your 2 kids, Diamond and Andre, they have very strong feelings about this.
Yes.
Do you think that they have convinced you that this is not your grandchild?
Can't nobody convince me but you, Maury.
Did you ask Robin to get a DNA test?
I asked Robin about 2 or 3 times to get the DNA test. She was reluctant. She wanted to get a cheap one, but my son isn't here. So we can't go and get no cheap DNA test. So we came to you.
All right, we're gonna meet your other son, Andre, and your daughter, Diamond, in a moment. But first, everybody, here's Robin. Come on up. Hold on. Sit down, Robin. Robin, sit down. You can understand, can't you?
Yes.
You can understand all of a sudden, you know, she gets a call from your sister, and all of a sudden, there's a new family that she never even thought was around.
Yeah.
Okay.
He didn't want nobody knowing. He wanted to keep it a secret.
That is something I don't believe.
He wanted to keep it a secret because he didn't want nobody to disown the baby.
I don't believe it.
How come, after you found out that Justice died, why didn't you make the call? How come your sister made the call?
I was upset. I couldn't really talk because I was crying so much because I had the baby and I was upset and crying and trying to take care of her at the same time.
Did Justice ever tell you that he didn't think he was the father?
No. Then when it came to the last month, that's when he started saying it.
Oh, he did say it?
At the end of the month.
Okay.
But he never told
and
me
what,
that
And
there
what
was
would
a
you
child.
say your relationship with Justice was?
He was my best friend.
Meanwhile, you got married to another guy, didn't you?
Yes.
Is it true that you might have thought that your husband was the father, except when you gave birth, the baby wasn't white?
No. I did not think my husband was the father.
Okay, all right.
That's not what she said. Because at first she told me that when she got pregnant, she thought that her husband was the father until after she had the baby.
No, I told you I knew he was the father because I did the month.
That's not what you said, Robin. That is not what you said,
not
Robin.
my husband.
That is not what you said, Robin. You told me that after you had the baby and you seen that she was black, that she could not have been your husband.
Now, Justice's sister Diamond and his brother Andre have very strong feelings about Robin.
Strong.
We're going to find out what they have to say. Here they are, Diamond and Andre. Hey, Andre.
What's up?
Andre, nice to see you. Okay.
Hi, Mama. So,
You know, Diamond, Andre, you have very strong feelings about this.
Strong.
Well, wait a minute. What happens if I open up that envelope and find out that this is your niece?
If it is, then that'll be a surprise because she's a hopper.
I'm
I didn't heard rumors.
Maury.
It's videos, hun. You live.
I'm gonna put it like this, simple as day. If her daughter is my brother's daughter, open arms. I don't turn my back on no family. On no family at all. That is my brother, my deceased brother. So I'm gonna ride for my brother.
As I understand it, the way I read it, you knew about what was going on between the two of them.
Yes, I did.
You were the only one in the family
Yes.
who knew.
I'm the only one who knew.
He confided in you.
Yes.
And what happened when he finds out that she's pregnant?
My brother's been having doubts that this baby was his. Like, he was back and forth. He was like, hey, this baby's mine. Could be mine, this baby can't be mine. I told my brother, I said, look, you know how we was raised. If the baby's yours, you man up and you own up to that baby. That is yours. If that baby's not yours, that's a choice if you want to be in that baby's life or not.
I would think a part of you wants this to be your granddaughter.
In a way I do, because that'll be the last part of my son. So yeah, I do.
We're going to find out right now. In the case of 4-month-old Karen K, Justice is the father. Thanks for watching this dramatic DNA reveal. If you want to see more paternity stories, click here. And be sure to subscribe to be the first to know about all new DNA drama.